Hey guys, what's up? This is Elijah Rodgers, and today I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite songs. And I'm not going to waste any time, so I'm going to delve right into it. Instead of going backwards from 5 to 1, I'm just going to start from 1 till 5. I already have a list up till 20, so I would rather just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the next video 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take out the suspense. Rap music and hip hop is on a different list because they're completely two different genres to my ears, obviously, but I can't compare the two. I don't want to put rap music into a list filled with non-rap music. So let's delve right into it. My favorite song of all time is Leif Eriksson by Interpol. I first heard it about 3 years ago when I was in Saudi Arabia coming back from the gym. And back then, I had really nothing to do because Saudi Arabia is so boring. There's no alcohol, there's no girls, there's really not much to do out there. So I tried, all I did there was just listen to music, lots and lots of music, watch a lot of movies, and read a lot. So I was driving back from the gym one day, and this album was supposed to be the next one up for me to listen to, and I started it in the car, and as soon as the first song came on, I was in a trance, and I pulled into my driveway and stayed there for the first two songs in this state that I can't really explain. It felt like that something was happening to my brain while I was listening to this. So I immediately went upstairs, took a shower, took a dessert that would help me enjoy this better, and laid down on a recliner, got my headphones, put it on, played the album from the beginning until the end. Leif Eriksson is the last song on that album, and with every single song, I kept getting deeper and deeper into this state that, like the album says, bright lights. I just closed my eyes and I just saw bright lights, and I just laid there for 45 minutes or 50 minutes, however long that album was, and just soaked up everything that my mind was processing, and my brain was on fire. I have never felt that ever before in while listening to an album. And once Leif Eriksson played, that was the climax, and my mind just everything. I went to a different state. It was a different world, and everything just made sense. I've never been the same since. Whenever I'm confused about an issue or a decision, I put this song on, and then I feel better. And just a note about the lyrics, sometimes I don't pay attention to them and use the vocal as just another instrument and take certain words out and make the song my own. So in its entirety, it's just a bunch of sounds that create something in my brain, and that's what I get from the song, not necessarily what it means, just how it sounds, and just total with everything together. It's like maybe listening to a foreign song where you don't know the lyrics, but you still like the song, and you have a different version of the song. And probably a lot of you have had this happen to them, where you like this song and you think it means something, and then it turns out to be completely different. So sometimes ruining the song. So sometimes I take the lyrics completely out of the equation and just make it sound, just sound. And that's, in the end, that's what music is, just sound. My second favorite song of all time is After the Gold Rush by Neil Young. Neil Young was a staple of my childhood, and I used to listen to him all the time. This song was so full of imagery that I would sit on the bus and close my eyes and daydream to the images that he described. And to this day, when I want to go back to my childhood, I would listen, and get a glimpse of what I used to see back then. And Neil Young and Bob Dylan as well are the two biggest influences on me in terms of creativity and in my writing. And I would not be the same person that I am today without them. I owe a lot of my brain development to them. My third favorite song is Desolation Row by Bob Dylan. And this was also another song that I used to daydream to as a kid. I used to listen to it again on the bus ride home to make the ride go by quick. It's a 10-minute song, and I would close my eyes and daydream to it. After the Gold Rush gave me images, like pictures of what Neil Young described, but Desolation Row, because it was so long, was more like a moving camera going from one scene to another, from one stanza to another. And I always pictured it as a moving camera that never cuts, and it goes from one scene to the other and to the other, and it's so cinematic. My fourth favorite song is On Some Faraway Beach by Brian Eno. I really didn't know who he was until a year and a half ago, when I put the wrong hold on a movie at the library, and I got a documentary about him and his early work before he became a modern producer. And I took it as a sign that I could learn a lot from this, and that it would shape my musical experience in a certain way. And I was right. I watched that movie and I was captivated. I wrote down every single song of his that was mentioned in it, all his albums and all his influences, and I spent the next 3 months listening to Brian Eno and all his influences, and I gained a lot subconsciously. All this with music, I try to soak up as much information subconsciously as possible. I don't know how to play an instrument. I don't know how to produce songs, but I take in music and it creates something in my subconscious that betters my brain. And I really think that it will help me creatively in the future. And this song off his first album is my favorite of his, and it is mostly instrumental until the end. And I put this song on when I feel down, and it makes me feel happy again afterwards. My fifth favorite song of all time is Slowshow by The National. I wasn't really a fan of The National, but my little sister is. She's completely obsessed with them, and so I became really familiar and with their music. The thing that drew me to this song is the transition from the first part to the second. They're completely different, but the way that they transitioned into each other makes the whole just beautiful. And it's about romance, I believe. Like I said, I don't really pay attention to lyrics, but it has this one amazing line that says, I've dreamed about you 29 years before I saw you. And I think that's like I think that's awesome. And I used to say that's what I was going to say to my wife when I married her, saying that whatever number of years, how old I am. So like, I've dreamed about you 27 years before I saw you. So it's like romantic, and I always used to think about who I was going to end up with when I listened to this song, and me saying that. But the thing that drew me in was the transition. It just beautiful. So that's it for this list. I'm going to continue from 6 to 10, 11 till 15, and so forth in later videos. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe and tell me what your favorite songs are, whether you've listened to my songs or if you check them out and like them. Let me know. I'm new to this stuff, so I might not be as interesting as you guys want me to be, but I'm gonna get better. Thank you for watching up until this point, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time.